Good afternoon, collective. I am back with more downloads. Like I had said before in my previous early video, I am being led to start from where I left off at and proceed further. Okay. So this one was October the 26th of this year. All right. And it says there is a conversation going on about a feminine energy that they are watching on a flat screen TV in their living room. Taurus energy is a Sagittarius masculine. He is married. And a feminine energy is she's also an Aquarius. The masculine Taurus energy said that he thinks that she is sweet, and the Aquarius energy, which is his wife or companion, whoever she is to him, feminine, repeated the last statement her husband made in a condescending way. She does not like this feminine energy. She really can't stand this divine feminine energy. She is full of jealousy, spite, evil, and control. She is a very unstable person to have. Someone literally have no legitimate reason on why she consistently keep trying me. Okay, this is the Aquarius feminine who's using my ancestors is I'm sorry, my ascended masters is letting me know right now that she has many false accounts. She's a catfish. She is online on all social formats, watching my not movies, but watching my my platform on YouTube. She's also looking at pictures and things, and she's doing investigations. She actually hired somebody using her husband's money to do private investigations and also install falsely, not falsely, but illegally. She hired someone to put a tracking device on this masculine's car. All right. And also, she hired someone, and she is also aiding in this by illegally doing background checkups, trying to look up all types of information about this feminine, because she wants to keep chaos going. She's very bitter. She's scattered. Her mind is all over the place, and she's just in lack of better words, retarded in the spirit. She chooses to be stupid and dumb herself down because she thinks that materialistic things and controlling the men that were once in my life, that actually played a part, whether if they were men of my past who I had sexual encounters with, that it was a verbal agreement that nothing else was invested in. It was cool for me because that's what I was used to. Like I said, I was vibrating in a lower vibration, but I was also vibrating in my masculine energy. So it was very easy for me to adapt to friends with benefits. And when I was awakened through my spiritual awakening, I was taught self-worth and not to repeat the same history all over again. It's meant for me to break generational curses. Okay. So my intention is not to repeat the same history of what I did in the past, because we have evolved. I have evolved. I am not the same. And everybody is capable of making change in their life. If you are dedicated and truly invested in trying to make yourself the best person that you could possibly be, there will be no person, place, or thing or object that could stand in the way, because you're building your connection with the divine, your ancestors, everybody that is assigned to you to work with you and through you, especially if you are an empath or you are spiritually gifted and you have a connection with the divine. You know exactly what to do in order for you to stay connected and homeostasis. All right. So any manipulation, any confusion, any spells of any kind, it doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter. Okay, because the divine actually teaches you step by step by you reflecting and learning how to heal and accepting healing. It doesn't stop you. Balance is going to be restored. You will be able to manifest. You will be able to be balanced, mind, body, and spirit, and your surroundings. You will be able to balance out your spirituality and your practicality. God wants you to rest and retreat from within and go within about your particular situation that is going on at your home with your other significant other. Okay, whether if it's good or bad, enlightenment and clarity is going to be given. All right, because this cycle has to be closed out, and it has to be done and dead over with, because that you can't You can continue. Whoever is, this wife is continuously working black magic and doing stuff like that, but she's just, I'm being led to go ahead and let her hang herself. All right. I'm not going to argue with her, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction of trying to ruffle my feathers because she is a peasant to me. All right. And she's very petty. I don't really care about her, and I don't care about what happens to her or her children. All right. So it's not a thing of me being bitter. I accepted it for what it is. This woman has no intent, really a legitimate reason on why she does not like me. The only thing that I can go by is what the divine told me, which is nothing but truth. All right. He does not give mixed words. And he told me to continue doing exactly what he asks me to do, as far as in giving out his messages, and I will not sugarcoat them, or I won't beat around the bush. All right. I don't pussyfoot around what God tells me to do. So therefore, if anybody's looking for me to be a coward, you're sadly mistaken. I'm not going to be a coward because I don't fear man. I don't fear women, and I don't fear children. I don't even fear the law. All right. I have God on my side, and my faith is seen and unseen. Okay. And that's a lot of things that people lack is faith. You can waver, but as long as you stay on your spiritual path and you become dedicated, and you know that at the end of the day, you cannot settle for what you have been in for a long time. Excuse me. Confirmation belch. You cannot settle for being in stagnant energy for so long when it's not meant for you to do so. And program in, because you will get punished. You will be punished. And the punishment that you will be receiving from the divine is far worse than any type of punishment from man. All right. And I learned my lesson. I repeated that in the past, and I've grown from it, and I don't want to repeat it. So when I recognize the same spirit in other individuals, it's very easy for me to just go ahead and ignore it, because people are going to talk mess about you, whether if you're doing good or you're doing bad. The best thing that you can do is focus on your path and what your endeavors is, your manifestations, and pay no attention to petty behavior and people in the back, because they're going to continue talking. All right. You need to learn what breeds that you are dealing with in the spiritual realm. Get in touch with your discernment and using your third eye. Practice fasting. Practice pacing yourself. Fast movement will ruin you. It will sabotage you, because you can't see, you can't pick up, you can't feel, you don't know what's all around you. And I know that a lot of us that are appointed, I'm going to say this to the appointed who watches my videos, because we are on a different higher ranking. Our paths are not the same, but we do have like kindred mind spirits to know exactly what generation we are in, and what responsibilities that we have to recognize in order for us to elevate, to break, so that we can elevate our ancestors and spirit guides, as well as ascended masters that work with the divine, to break these curses and sever ties energetically and also in spiritual form. All right. So in behind this energy, it says, so what should be done about handling soulless people who just hate because it is who they truly are? Never acknowledging petty behavior, never give them the satisfaction of gracing them with your pure energy. Okay, collective? They don't deserve any time of your or any part of your energy. Know that you act out of the energy of love and understanding, the mindset and the mental lack of any direction this person, people, place, or thing is. All right. And their job is to distract you from your path, to keep you stuck and suck you dry. These are energy vampires. They are located, your children naturally are energy vampires. Codependent people are energy vampires. Jezebels, black widows, warlocks. It doesn't matter about the gender, because females are also shaman. Okay. And there are also warlocks as well. Okay. So the gender has nothing to do with it. It's just it's the make of the spirit, that the entities that they are attached to, that they are calling on to distract, manipulate, confuse, stop, stall, stag, so that they can cipher and give it to whoever that they please, that they feel as though deserves that energy, and to make a false mask of using your energy as a cloak to create an illusion to that person that they have, quote unquote, put poison in their food and ingesting the dinner, the lunches, the breakfasts, and the beverages. All right, because this is really easy. And it's a clear form that my ascended masters is telling me that you cannot make out. But this feminine also uses promethazine. And she also has been crushing up ecstasy pills and putting it in the food because she's using this tactic to defile this masculine system so that he can lose his job. Also so that he can be burdened as well as sick, so that she can take a life insurance policy out on him and also use him as collateral so she won't have to work. This masculine is an scapegoat for this karmic. Okay, and they all flow that way. So the next message that I got was September the 27th, and I got this download around like 12:50 in the afternoon. Okay, and this is closing out a karmic cycle. All right, so that you can regain and restore and have your abundance. All right. It says there is a Libra energy right now that is in a spiritual court. She is testifying through her lawyer, pleading her case by questioning the defendant if this Gemini forcing her into selling her body for sacrificing for initiation, for money, gifts, and etc. I'm going to say this. The energy that I had gotten was definitely the reading from the previous couple that was in spiritual high ranking. Now, these are visions of the collective in my family. All right. And these are different energies of different people. And I'm being led and also taught by the divine to decipher using my energy. All right. And my discernment and my third eye as well. And my connection to the ethers is very strong to detect timeless readings as well as collective and as well as appointed. All right. And I'm being guided. I'm going to make sure, because I don't want to confuse the collective. I don't want to confuse the spiritual community. I want everything to be accurate, not perfectly, but I do want you to get the clarity and understanding and truth and justice of what you have been praying for, manifesting, and what you've been asking the divine for, that you get the clarity so that you can manifest and be the magician that you are supposed to be. All right. The second vision that I had got was Roger was at my front door with a key that he had gotten copied that was stolen from me. I never gave him permission to come into my home, and he came in unannounced, he wants to come into my house unannounced or make copies of the keys, but he came in looking through the drawers downstairs, the boxes, and then he came into my bedroom. He lets his hair grow in the fall and also in the winter to cover his scalp because he gets cold fast. He's not anemic, but whatever. I only know that from self-example from when he was staying with me before I kicked him out. Okay. Into a blowout, and that's what he does concerning the weather. But he is looking for paperwork of some sort. Now, I had received from the divine to let me know about Roger's intentions, that he had stolen my keys and made copies. I have my keys behind me that's on the thing. I keep it with me because I was led to keep them with me. And I also was led to prepare myself legally and lawfully for just in case if he decides that he wants to try to show up and pop up at my house unannounced. I'm not going to react in a very harsh or deadly mean way. I'm just going to simply call the police on you and file for a restraining order. Now, if you violate that, you give me permission to use what weapon I was ordained to use for protection to stop you. And I don't have a problem with doing that. So if you try to show up at my house thinking that you're going to walk in and go through my things because you're looking for a certain particular paperwork to work your malicious acts or to cover up what it is that you want for money. My ascended masters are telling me that you will be stopped immediately. And you're going to show up at my house drunk, unbeknownst to you not knowing how to express yourself. I'm just letting you know, Roger, I've been dropped you a long time ago. I don't care about what happens to you or with you or anybody that's connected to you. You have proven to be a very non-loyal individual. You are a liar. You are a pathological liar. You believe your lies. You're bipolar. You're schizophrenic. You're sick, and you know you are. You have multiple STDs that have been harvesting and harboring within your body. Your system is broken down, and your heart is going to have failure. All right, because you choose not to have a well-balanced diet, and you're still programming in death spells and black magic. And like I said, you worked it on me and I returned to sender. So I would advise you to just prepare yourself because you're going to lose your life. All right. And I'm not going to care. It's the third vision is there is a young Pisces male that feels as if he has to sleep with a pocket knife under his pillow because his father keeps being verbally abusive and controlling. And his son is about 8 years old, 8 to 11 years old. I'm sorry, collective, of age. And he is fed up emotionally about his father hitting on him, being verbally and emotionally and mentally abusive. So you have been seen by the divine, and you are going to be judged for you being abusive mentally, spiritually, and physically. All because you chose not to heal, and you want to take it out on someone that is innocent and that is not corrupted and is just being a child. Because I mean, it says in the Bible, as I'm a child, I think as a child, and I'll be a child. But as an adult, I put away childish things. So the behavior that you are acting in is very childish. You're going to be punished for that. All right. Because you have rules as being a parent as well as children have rules. They are not supposed to be disobedient. All right. Because they don't want their life to be shortened while they're here on this earth. But you as a parent, your rule that you are supposed to follow to stay, all right, in homeostasis and balance out within the home to keep balance. And because God is all about family. He's not about domestic violence. You chose to be that way towards him, and you're disobeying God's law. You're provoking your child. And if your child does something to you, he's not going to get thrown away. He's not going to be locked up. He's not even going to be taken to a foster home. You're going to be removed because you're the problem. God represents and will always stand for fools, drunks, and children because they are taken advantage of under the influence, or they just cannot stand and fight for themselves. So you're going to pay for that. The fourth vision that I had got was Crystal Taylor sacrificed her grandson Messiah and drowned him in the tub. My sister Ataria, mom Dee Dee, my dad James, and they also are guilty of having my niece Kanisha murdered. So if the DA, the FBI, the CIA, the police are watching any of my videos, which is they are, I'm definitely letting you know that Crystal Taylor sacrificed her grandson Messiah, who was the son of my niece Kanisha Pickney. Okay. And my sister Ataria Judine Taylor / Henson knows about it. My mom, Deanna Taylor, knows about it. James Alvin Taylor knows about it. All right. And they all were in on it because they wanted money. And the baby was a sacrifice. The next download that I got it was the fifth one. I had received that October the 2nd. All right. At 10:53. And I broke that down to a 9. So this is definitely coming out to a close, and the wish fulfillment is at hand. So it says an Indian chief was standing in front of a cave. There was people walking past this man. He had a staff in his right hand, and his hair was long, half up and half down. Feathers was in his bun, and his age was in the range of his early 70s. Okay, so I guess that has a lot to do with the generation that's being called in to help me out. All right, 20 as I said that, they're going to help me manifest. Um, the sixth vision was message was there is a woman that was very beautiful. She was wearing an Egyptian crown hat, and it has dark midnight blue. Um, there was a sphinx, pyramid, tombs, and a sandstorm. And in that sandstorm, there was a brushing over a golden pearl gate to an opening to an palace. All right. So this again was broken down for me. Let me know that this is Queen Nefertiti as well as Queen Cleopatra. All right, and they are also in my generation. Um, my ancestors and Senate masters is saying that it is I am the cousin. All right, I am the cousin of Cleopatra, and in many lifetimes back twice they're saying to me I had came from that time before I was reincarnated. This is the last time. I don't have to be reincarnated no more because I have signed the contract with the divine to where uh, the same thing I do here is going to be the same thing I'm going to be doing when I cross over. I love my job. I love it. I don't mind doing it because it puts a smile on my father's face, and it also puts a smile on mine. It's my job. It says the seventh message was an Aquarius feminine is spying on another Aquarius that lives across the street from her, and her thoughts about me is that I dress like a bum. This is a karmic who is lonely and miserable and also irrelevant, and that's all I'm going to give you. You're irrelevant. Um, the eighth message was there is a and colorful conversation going on between two masculines that are friends and family, or they was taken in as a solid brother, a BFF. This conversation was about a sexual encounter with a younger male energy. He went as far as giving detail into his sexual encounter, was talented and had a sporty body build. This conversation was online or text messages or group chat. The energies that I had got from that was Scorpio, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Virgo. Okay, and that is about it for that. And I will be back with more because if I keep going on here, it's not going to be enough room. And I was getting a lot of downloads. So I'll be back, collective, to follow up from the 8 that I had gave previously. Yes, and I am going to be coming back to give you guys 4 more messages. And the divine is telling me now that this is going to be all day until I'm done. So, oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not. I have 2 more readings that he would like for me to do. And he's telling me to take my time, and I'm not going to rush. I'm going to take my time. I don't have to worry about it. But I will be back, collective, to give you 4 more energy reads for today. Yes, 4 more energy reads for today. And then if the divine wants me to do any more this evening, I'm going to be led to do it. If there is no other order for me to do it in order for me to balance out my practical life, because again, collective, please know this: I am a mother first. I have to take care of my practical life and balance that out so that I can focus on giving you the clarity and the truth and the justice and balance that you require, that God wants me to focus on for you, because he cares about you and he cares about us manifesting. He cares about us wanting to have better lives, and he wants us to be the best that we are supposed to be and not get caught up in petty peasant childish behavior of readers and people in our community and people that we are supposed to be in love with and people that we thought were going to go with us, but actually was revealed to us about, no, they're not going to go with you. This trip is meant for you. Now, if you are an appointed And I'm going to say this. If you are a starseed, okay? A earth angel, um, a rainbow baby, all right? If you are who you say you are, okay? You know your task. You know what you need to do, and I'm being led to push you, motivate you, and persevere. All right? I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to throw the towel in. I don't want you to give in to the enemy and have them distract you at any moment, because he can use your own mind against you. And when he uses your own mind against you, there are attachments that come along with it that will distract you and push you down even more, because the whole thing is to get you not to manifest. I don't want you to use your third eye. I don't want you to be intuitive. I don't want you to use your discernment. I don't want you to use your heart. I don't want you to heal. I want you to stay stuck so I can possess you and use you against God. All right, because you are a lethal weapon. And they both know it. All right. But who's the creator? The creator who made the enemy. He has no rank. He has no rank, no pull. And any rank that he gets is ordained from God. I want the collective to know that the contract that I have with the divine is not going to be understood for a lot of people because it's not made for you. But please know this, that the contract that I have with God is also a contract that I have with the devil. And I'm going to explain this to you. The devil is ran by God. God gives the devil, I'm talking about me, he gives the devil a seasonal runaround with me, because I'm being used to learn the methods, all right, spiritually, of what entities, demonology, okay? If you hear anybody say that they had 7 demons in them or not, the right pronunciation is legions, all right? That means multiple, and that is going back into the time of, when the biblical time, when Babylon, also when Judas went against God. It's a lot of the punishment that's going to be administered to a lot of these people. But they are not awakened, and they're not trying to be awakened. But I am awakened, and I'm going to stay awake, all right? Because I believe and I love and I want to do my job. And I'm not letting anybody distract me. So anybody that projected in the past and they're still doing it now, I'm not worried about you, because you already received your judgment. And I'm going to continue doing what I need to do. And I love the Lord, and the Lord loved me. And my ascended masters work with me, and they love me as well. So you're going to keep seeing me elevate. You're going to keep seeing me change and metamorphosize. And you're going to keep seeing me smile. And I want the collective to know that my smile is not for everybody, and that's okay. Just like my looks is not for everybody, and that's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of coffee, tea, or water or soda. I don't care, because I don't belong to just any and everybody. I'm very unique. And I accepted that about myself. So any, low vibrational projections, just because I'm gifted or I look a certain way or uniquely made, that you don't understand why or how I flow the way I flow, it's not meant for you to understand. It's meant for you to mind your fucking business. All right? And stay in your lane and grow for you. Get out of my ass and wash yours. All right? And I'm working on my mouth. I'm working on my mouth and my attitude. And a lot of people think that I'm arrogant. You're going to think what you want. But I'm being led to speak up and stand my ground and not let people run over me. What you think about me and your opinions about me is none of my business, and I really don't give a fuck. But as far as in me being, projected on as if I am arrogant, that is not true. I have confidence. I have confidence in my beliefs. I have confidence in my connections. I have confidence in my everyday walking, because I apply what God wants me to do in my life, in my everyday step. My steps are ordered, literally. So, your opinion about me being drawn about saying that I'm arrogant, you misunderstood me. I'm not arrogant at all. I don't think that I'm better than anybody, and I don't even think that I'm close to perfect, all right? Everybody has to work on themselves. I just have confidence. That's all it is. It's just confidence. And if you get that misconstrued, that's because you're not fully healed and you're jealous. And you need to stop being jealous because everybody wakes up at the same time. Everybody has an opportunity. All right. And if you passed yours up, that's your fucking fault, not mine. You're not going to project that off on me. This opportunity that God has given me to have a bountiful, abundant life, doing his job and being the best that I can, and still being able to travel and be a good mother, have an opportunity to have a happy marriage and everything else. I'm going to do that. And nobody's going to stand in my way. All right. So I will be back with more messages, collective. And I want everybody to have a blessed day. And we're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it motivating. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep persevering. And we're going to keep elevating spiritually. And we're going to think from a higher perspective. All right. So again, I will be back with more messages. And God bless.